Lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the real MVP. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into today's video. So, lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this pan-colored man was actually seen, obviously saying the quiet part out loud, and this actually got a lot of people reacting, and I was able to put up the stitches. I'm just going to roll it. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here to educate each and every one of us. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
This translucent slug, troglodytic glowworm, yogurt yeti escapee from Snow Roach Mountain is Richard Lowry, and he is the editor-in-chief of National Review. And he wants you to know that in spite of whatever your ears may have told you, he didn't say the racial slur you heard him say on Megyn Kelly's podcast. So let's take a listen to the racial slur he didn't say.
Bring other facts to bear in the debate that are being ignored. And that's what he was saying. And I think it was in that interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese.
You can't make this up. Instead of apologizing and gaslighting us in the regular way, no, Richard went on to X and found somebody defending him in a manner he liked and decided to double down and gaslight us in the following way. So Andy McCarthy comes in and says, ridiculous. Richard Lowry, not tagged here, Nacha, obviously got crossed up between immigrants, short I, and migrants, long I. Started mispronouncing migrants with the short I, instantly corrected himself with no embarrassment. Now, I'm going to let you all work out how either one of those mispronunciations would lead you to the N-word. But Richard jumped right in and said the following. Yep, this is exactly what happened. I began to mispronounce the word migrants and caught myself halfway through. Halfway through, you caught yourself mispronouncing migrant and somehow wound up at the N-word. But you know what, Richard? Let's give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure if you were mispronouncing migrant with the short I or the long I, when we slow the video down and the audio to go with it, we should be able to hear this mispronunciation of migrant, right? Let's get it.
2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants.
And the host, Megyn Kelly, just sat there with her stolen turkey neck and this smirk on her face. See, this smirk is an inside joke that they're playing in our face, and they think we don't know all their gaslighting and the spreading of misinformation about immigrants and migrants is specifically targeted at black and brown migrants. And they use the word migrant so frequently because the word they want to say is the word that Richard here slipped up and said out loud. See, they're going to continue to play in our face because they're MAGA supporters, and MAGA is rooted in racism. And that's on Nat Turner's Rebellion, April the 21st to April the 23rd, 1831.
I need you to understand they see us all the same, that in this moment right here, right now, we are all Haitians. And the fact that more of you don't realize this is extremely concerning, especially considering what Rich Lowry let slip out of his mouth. This is Rich Lowry, editor-in-chief of the National Review, a conservative news and opinion magazine. And while discussing Republican Vice Presidential candidate J.D. Vance's admission that he is willing to make up news to garner attention, in other words, just flat out lie to the media for attention, he said,
I think it was in that interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only 2 calls. And
this was an interview with Megyn Kelly, who defended his misspeak by saying that Rich Lowry is a man of fine and gracious character. I would assume that she thinks she too is a woman of fine and gracious character, because this is the same Megyn Kelly who was finally fired from NBC after a blackface controversy. I need you to understand that when they say Haitians are eating the pets, bringing HIV/AIDS to communities, they are talking about me, and they are talking about you. Every single one of us who are black in this country, whether you arrived recently or you were brought here by force post 1619, you need to stop pretending as though the racist attacks are not aimed directly at you too, because they absolutely are. They absolutely are. So you might be at home playing cotton picking season, pissing in hot cotton and role play garments with your partner for likes, clicks, and views on this here internet. But make no mistake, they want you back in your chains, in your place post Project 2025, and they are willing to do anything and everything within their power to make it so. When they speak, I need you to listen and hear plainly and clearly exactly what they said.
If you can get someone fired for expressing their opinion, you're not the oppressed, you're the oppressor.
Hello, John. Oppressor here. Say, what opinions are you talking about? What opinions? What are the opinions that are getting people fired? Can you elaborate? Maybe add some context to that? Maybe it's people's opinion on their favorite pizza? Is that what it is? No, it's not people's opinion on their favorite pizza getting them fired? Huh? What is it then? Is it maybe people's opinion on their favorite color? Oh, it kind of is that one, huh? It kind of is.
You're not the oppressed.
So I wanted to take this stitch to share a story about a coworker. So I have this coworker that no matter what she's talking about, if she can bring it to race, particularly black people, she will. And I was talking to her, I think, about how the court site in Minnesota works, and she somehow shifted the conversation to black people and how she wants to sue them because she can't say the N-word. I was like, legally you can say the N-word. There'll just be consequences if you say it at work. People won't like it, and you probably be fired. But you can say it. But anyways, if you're my coworkers, hi, you already know this story.
You can get someone
You don't know what an opinion is. Why does that not surprise me? An opinion would be Coke is better than Pepsi. Tacos are a perfect food. You prefer big dogs to little dogs, or vice versa? What an opinion is not is saying something sexist or ableist, anti-Semitic, transphobic, homophobic, misogynistic, racist, all the ists and isms and obias. That's hate speech, and what you're actually experiencing are the consequences to your bad behavior. A behavior which is inherently dangerous to other people. And yes, speech falls under behavior. I don't think I should have to explain that, and yet somehow I am aware that I do. If you don't want consequences for your bad behavior, just don't do bad behavior. It really is not that hard. Granted, it requires a modicum of self-control, which most people can perform. Not you, most people.
If you can get someone fired for expressing their opinion, you're not the oppressed.
I can agree with you up to a certain point. When you start getting into racism, homophobia, transphobia, hate, rhetoric, anything like that, anything hate induced, anything ignorant that is taught, not inherent in human beings. Hate that is taught, like I said, racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia. That shit has no place in current society, and we should stand up to it. We should call people out. There is no freedom of speech unless it's from the government. You don't have freedom of speech. So whatever you say online, at work, in front of friends and family, at the store, on a phone conversation, in a text conversation, in a Facebook conversation, whatever, freedom of speech does not apply there. You can say what you want, but there are consequences for what you say. There are consequences for what you do. You can't just run around being racist and expect, oh, nothing's going to happen. This isn't the 1950s anymore. It's just not. I know that's what Trump means by Make America Great Again, where he could just go around and whip out racist epithets as he sees fit. It's not going to happen like that. As the older generation dies out, racism and ignorance is dying out, and the younger generations are fighting that. And that's why y'all are trying to raise the voting age, because you guys are scared of the newer generations not letting you guys be ignorant like you want to be, not letting you guys be racist, sexist, homophobic, and transphobic like you want to be. There are consequences for your actions. Don't be ignorant. Don't be hateful. You have nothing to worry about. That's simple. Has no place in our society. This take is bullshit.
Reminder that this guy has never had a real job in his life. He's been a coffee catcher for like 15 years.
Like, seriously, lovelies, this is just highly ridiculous. I totally understand from the brother, which I stitched his video, talking about how they will never ever see you as something. Like, if you just have the skin that looks like me, you are automatically discriminated. They don't care if you are African American. They don't care if you are African African. They don't care if you are Asian Asian. Like, if you have a brown skin, I think they have a problem with people that looks like me. No matter where you're coming from, no matter your ethnicity, they will actually have problem with that. Just imagine the way at which they describe people. Like, seriously, just imagine. And he has the right to actually, defend that. Instead of him to come out clean, I was like, okay, I'm so sorry for actually using such word. But because of the ego, because of the, okay, I say what I said, and what are you going to do about it? And it's all here beating around the bush. Like, seriously. In 2024, something like this is being addressed over and over again. And the worst part is that it is actually being said from people like this, like the media, will I call them people that some people look up to. So if you as a person with your personality is saying whatsoever, then what happens to people that doesn't even have personality, like people that we cannot even get on camera? Seriously. And this other dude, oh my God, I'm already done with him. Like, he's always coming on his platform to spew something he don't even like. Seriously, making himself like, he went ahead to talk about how, okay, being oppressed means that I can actually lose my job for having my own opinion. What opinion is he even trying to talk about? Is it an opinion on a rice, like just the way as which this guy asked the guy I stitched his video, or is it an opinion on maybe the book you purchase, the property you purchase, or something? We are talking about people's generational trauma. We are talking about a word. Like, when I say that these people actually want to be oppressed so much, a lot of people were like, how? A lot of people were like, okay, this is one of it. They often want to also feel that, okay, we are also being oppressed. He's talking about sharing your opinion, and because of that, I'm losing my job. That makes me an oppressed person. Let's just take, for instance, about what really happened. One time, a pan-colored woman decided to come on, her social platform to use the N word repeatedly. She was using it and being so abusive about it. And this got a lot of people to stitch her video. And funny enough, this pan-colored lady was working in an organization owned by, people that looks like me. And she totally forgot. And this is how she have to lose it all. She lost her job. I believe this is what he's trying to say. You will lose your job when you are a human being, when you are a normal human being, when you wouldn't want to use people's, oh my God. Even me as a black person, there are some words that I don't even find comfortable using, like the N word. I don't even use it at all. Because I know that me as a black person, I can use it and all of it, but I chose not to use it. Because it's just it's a remembrance. It has everything negative about it. Seriously. The more these people try as much as they can to respect themselves, I think the better for every other individuals. Because enough of all of this, enough of trying to oh my God, because I said the N word, I lost my job. So why are you saying it? You are not supposed to. It's a contraband. And there are other words you can actually use to replace it. But these people are bent on using it. They just want to oh my goodness. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies.
Be a girl, a hit. Remember to click on the subscription button, like this video, share, leave your thoughts, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.